Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Scoreboard Focus. My name is Ifi. I'll be covering the story on Ruben Amorim, Man United's manager. Now, it is no secret that Amorim is under fire. He was recently knocked out, or Man United were recently knocked out of the EFL Cup, and they were beaten on penalties by Grimsby Town. And yeah, it was a shocking result. And Ruben Amorim himself has said in a recent interview that sometimes he wants to quit and that he's living day by day. So these kind of comments are very, very concerning. They are of a great concern to Man United fans, and I'm sure to the Man United board, to Sir Jim, Omar Barada. It's concerning to hear a football manager talk like this, but at the same time, I think some of us can sympathize with him because the team is underperforming and he's just not finding a winning formula. And even the formation that he's sticking to right now is not really working very well. So the pressure is definitely too much right now. And to make matters worse, he is possibly, how can I say this? Man United are possibly looking at replacements. They have spoken about Crystal Palace's manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Gareth Southgate, and Eddie Howe. They have been lined up as possible replacements for Ruben Amorim, and this is no surprise because his winning rate is really not that good, and United need to start winning games because everybody knows that United almost got dragged into a relegation battle, and yeah, his winning rate is just says it all. He has just won 17 out of his 45 matches, drawn 9 and lost 19. I mean, for a Man United manager, it's unacceptable. These numbers are unacceptable, and something needs to change. That's one of the things that Ruben Amorim also said. Something needs to change, but what is that something? I hope that he reconsiders his formations, the way he plays the game. I think he needs to change his formation. That's the first thing that he needs to do. He shouldn't shy away from using other formations and other tactics because now we're becoming too predictable. Many teams find it very easy to play against us because they know that, okay, this manager does not change his formation and the style of play is predictable now. And, even Grimsby Town really gave us a tough match. They really had the upper hand in the game, and yeah, they were really on top of things, and they exposed us so much. So the managers that are lined up, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he did well. Man United were scoring a lot of goals, and yeah, he finished third and second in different seasons. So, and he knows the club very well and is a club legend, of course. So yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could be a wonderful replacement. Oliver Glasner is doing great things with Crystal Palace right now. He won the FA Cup last season, and this season he also won the Community Shield. And the team is looking strong, and he doesn't even use that much money. He buys players on the cheap, and players who are very, very top class. He brings them in and they do an excellent job for him. And, he's a great tactician as well. And Eddie Howe, the Newcastle manager, what a top coach. I love his style of play. I like the players that he signs and brings into the team. He's got an eye for talent. And yeah, he has transformed Newcastle from a team that was just struggling to get into Europa League places into a team that is generally a contender for qualifying for Champions League football every season. It has become stronger. Newcastle is of a higher standard than it was before, on and off the pitch. Yeah, and Eddie Howe is a wonderful manager, and yeah, he's also a viable option for Man United. Yeah, he would be a great addition too. Then we've got Gareth Southgate. Gareth Southgate. He also is a top manager. We know that he did well for England, and he reached the final of the Euros, and at one stage reached the semi-final of the World Cup. So he's a top manager, and he knows how to put a group of young and experienced players together to form a very strong and formidable team that wins games. So yeah, and of course he's a Middlesbrough legend. He played there as a player, and he really won a lot of caps, and yeah, he was a very combative midfielder back in his days. And yeah, right now he has transformed himself into a top manager. And yeah, Sir Jim is a fan of Gareth Southgate, so yeah, I don't know, maybe he might be the first option that that might be brought into United as a replacement for Ruben Amorim. And there have also been talks of Xavi Hernandez, the Barcelona legend. Yes, they've also spoken about him. They've spoken about Zinedine Zidane and Joachim Low, the German international, or the German coach. So yeah, it's, it has come to this right now. It has come to a point where Man United are looking at other options. And Ruben Amorim, he's a good manager, and he did great things at Sporting. But I don't know, somehow things are just not coming together the way that he thought he would bring things to light and to help United to transform into a winning, dominant machine once again. That vision is just not coming tonight, and United are already looking at other options. So please let me know, what do you think of this situation? Do you think that Amorim is the right person? Does he need more support? Does he need what does he need to start winning games? Is there something that's lacking at United, maybe that's preventing him from winning? Because they gave him money, he bought him good players. I don't know, what does Amorim need to start winning? Or does United simply need to replace him with a new coach? And if it's the latter, let me know, which coach would you prefer for United to hire after Ruben Amorim? Which coach do you think is qualified enough and the coach that is best for United, so that United can get back to what it once was, a dominant footballing team that wins games and trophies? So engage with me, leave comments. If you have suggestions on videos that I can do in the near future, I appreciate your audience. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time.